This video is going to be about artifacts. So artifacts are the new things this season. They provide different buffs to your whole team during the battle if you own them. And you can get artifacts from the shop where previously you can only get chaotic crystal, but now you have the options to get artifacts. Now, before you start buying artifact, you should note that the artifact is only effective in Season 2's PvE content. That means it's not going to be effective outside of the seasons, and it's not going to be effective after this season. It is also not effective in Foggy Colosseum. So if you are already very strong, you have no trouble clearing the PvE content of this season, like in Rift Odyssey, you should not buy artifacts. You should instead focus on getting chaotic crystal just like in previous season because they can help you upgrade your synergy slate, and your synergy slate is effective in Foggy Colosseum. Now, in the case that you do have some difficulties clearing the PvE content of this season, then you should get artifacts. So what artifacts should you get? Is not the one I have, not exactly. So first of all, there are some artifacts that are absolutely useless, like this one. Upon triggering stun on the battlefield, restore own HP by 50% during battle. So let us not discuss how useless it is to restore your own HP because your team get one-shotted anyway. You don't have chance to restore HP. But you also can trigger stun in the later stage of Rift Odyssey and other game mode because all your enemies will have the effect of immune to counter control. Yeah, this unstoppable effect. They are immune to counter control, so you will never stun them and you will never trigger the effect of the artifact. Okay, enough flaming the useless artifacts. What are the good artifacts? Well, you're looking at it, the Undying Shield. It will keep backline allies alive as long as you have at least one frontline allies alive during the battle. So it's essentially the S0 shield spell effect. So, but now we have Elmer. So Elmer's effect is as long as you have one other ally alive, he will not die. So if we put Elmer in the front line, and as long as Elmer doesn't die, your backline doesn't die due to the shield's effect, and your Elmer cannot die because your backline is gonna be alive. So your team is basically unstoppable. And yeah. So I'm like pushing through every stages. The reason I haven't passed is because I want to show you this team. So yeah, Undying Shield will single-handedly solve the survivability part of your PvE team. So the rest of the relics should all be like offensive relics. So the one with the good one is Explosive Axe because it has a chance to inflict splash damage whenever your units deal damage. So this is not just like turning your single target damage into AoE. According to my observation is like, for example, if your Nyx deal a single target damage, then the AoE damage the AoE damage same as your single target damage will apply to all enemies, including her original target. So this is just a really great damage increase. And this one I think is the best one because it's the most versatile. It will convert all healing received into attack. And as long as your team has a healer, basically your team's attack will increase by 250. And the Heart of Resilience will increase crit resistance. Crit resistance for Valianters and Glorians are just attack. So okay, I actually feel like there's no point going over all of them because all you need is the Undying Shield to solve the survivability problem of your team, and Explosive Axe and Blood Spare to increase the damage. And you cannot use more artifacts because the total cost of the deploy artifacts cannot exceed 18. So these three combined is already 18. So yeah, I recommend first buying the Undying Shield, and Undying Shield is basically the most broken one. If you are fairly strong, you might be able to pass all the PvE content just with Undying Shield and some free artifacts you get, and save the rest of the currency into the Chaotic Crystal because this one applies to Foggy Colosseum. If not, you buy some of the offensive artifacts, and I think the best one is Bloodweep Spear and Explosive Axe. Yeah, that's it for the artifacts. Buy Undying Shield, and don't buy any of them that require you to stun because you cannot stun in the PvE content. Okay, thanks for watching.